First step, you're gonna flip this out and you're going to mark the centers. So I do 2 measurements here. The first is I place these right at the divots in the nose. And I mark 2 lines. Then I open this up, turn it, and I go and I look at where the center of the eye is. If their brow starts really far inward, sometimes I will use this measurement. I'm gonna look at this, and it's just about 2 millimeters from this mark. So then I'm gonna go over here and look at the center of her eye here and the corner of her eye. I'm gonna mark that one.
Okay.
And if you use just a slightly wet micro tip, this comes off super easy. The nice thing about using this in conjunction with brow lock is that you can make adjustments incredibly easy because you can make adjustments incredibly easy because it's not locked until you apply the brow lock. Step number 2, you open up your tool. Step number 2, you open up your tool and place it at the tip of their nose, and then you're gonna close it down till it reaches the corners of their eyes. Just like that. And then you're going to mark the tails. Just like that. Then you're going to tilt this upside down, and that's about that same width that it was open to mark their tails, and you're going to have these little round parts just barely touch the tips of their eyelashes. And so you're just gonna close this down just a little bit more and then press. There we go. And you're going to make a line just like this above and below the brow. Then you're going to tilt just like this. Open and get this circle centered in between these 2 lines here. You can also flip this down if you want to help visualize that being centered. So you start with this semi-open, you clamp down to where it's pretty taut on her skin, and then you're going to push, push, push until you reach their brow bone. So this is her brow bone right here. You can see how it kind of catches. So all we're gonna do is do a little mark on each side. Right where that brow bone is. Then you take the tool and you just twist to also find where the brow bone, just like this, whoop, to find where the brow bone sits on the sides. So again, from here, you're just twisting until it catches there. You're gonna make a mark here. And make a mark here. There we go. Now, all we have to do is decide the thickness. So for this bottom line, we're going to go ahead and just go with where her natural hair is sitting, just like this. And same with this top line. Just like this. Isn't it amazing how thin and crisp and easy gliding this pen is. I love it. So the last measuring we need to do is, and because this tool gets thinner and thicker, what you're gonna do is start here, and then you're going to just keep sliding it down, thicker, 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 until this thickness reaches the thickness that you want this arch. And I wanna work with her natural hair, but then to this line, so that measurement for her is right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark on the tool right here. Just like that. And this does draw on the tool, which is awesome. So then I'm gonna use that same measurement over here to make the same line. And then we're done with our tool, and the last step is you're just going to place one finger here, stretch. And all we're doing is connecting the dots. So first I'm connecting here to here. Then here to here. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And the reason you want to get a nice stretch is to get a more crisp line, but it's also going to help the line not bow. Your brow, because it's curving around the brow bone, it's not like drawing it on a straight piece of paper. It curves around like a sphere. So if you draw a straight line, it's actually going to look curved. And just because I'm a perfectionist, I'm gonna go ahead and just make that line a tiny bit more thin. And then we're just gonna connect our tops. And again, this is where the stretching, otherwise you'll end up with a slightly curved top. And then here to here. And I'm sure that we'll be building bigger on her touch-up, but for this first session, she really wants it to be just as natural as possible. And it's honestly going to be a barely there difference, but that is okay. Can always do more, much harder to take away. So I'm always completely comfortable with clients who want to start out very natural. All we're doing really is just giving her the teensiest bit of an arch.